Did you know that there are many different styles of meditation? A common mistake people make is insisting on a style that doesn't suit them or their personal circumstances. So if you are finding meditation hard, or if you are struggling to see the results you want, then it might be time to try a different style. Hi, I'm Felipe from Mind Owl. Here we talk about how meditation, psychology, and breath work can help you live a better and more peaceful life. In this video, we'll look at why traditional approaches to meditation may not work for everyone. We'll also explore the 6 main styles of meditation and talk about how to find one that suits you. Before we discuss the different styles of meditation available, let's take a look at how you might begin your meditation practice. Most people start by joining a course, by buying a book or downloading an app. They might not know it, but behind these resources there is usually a meditation tradition. Whether it's mindfulness, Vedic meditation, Vipassana, Tibetan Buddhism, or something else. Even secular mindfulness can be heavily inspired by Buddhist traditions. These traditional ancient methods can be incredibly useful. They have helped millions of people around the world live better lives, but they are not suited to everyone. You might get lucky and find the perfect meditation fit right away, but more often than not, people give up because they can't find their place in these approaches. But why can't one tradition, one method, or one teacher work for everyone? Well, it comes down to your individual needs and personal circumstances. Think, for example, about when you need medical assistance. It's very likely that a tailored approach that addresses your specific needs will be more effective than a general one. A qualified professional will take into account your medical history, your age, lifestyle, and many other factors to give you the best possible treatment. The same goes for meditation. Unfortunately, it's very unlikely that traditional approaches will say, "Oh, our method is not for you, you should try something else." Instead, you'll be told that you're not doing it right, or that you need more discipline, or maybe that you're not ready yet. This is not to say that these approaches don't work. It's just that they might not be the best fit for you. Now that we have explained why finding the right meditation fit is important, let's discuss the different styles of meditation available to you. We are lucky to be in a time where we have so many options to choose from. In the past, people would usually meditate within one tradition, and that was it. Nowadays, we can mix and match, find what works for us, and customize our approach. So, how can we explore all the options available to us if there are possibly hundreds, if not thousands, of techniques and methods out there? Well, it's possible to group each meditation practice into 6 main categories, depending on goals, techniques, and structure. Let's now explore them. Concentration meditation. Concentration meditation is what most people think of when they think of meditation. The goal is to focus the mind on one object, whether it's the breath, a mantra, an image, a body sensation. This is sometimes called an anchor. And when our mind wanders, which is very common and totally normal, this object of meditation can help us refocus on the present moment. Concentration practices help to strengthen our focus attention skills and make us more settled. Some popular techniques include focusing on the breath or on a candle flame. You can also visualize something in your mind, and you can also repeat a mantra and keeps returning to it. Focusing on just one object can be quite relaxing for some people, as it provides a break from the endless chatter of the mind. For others, however, it can be quite challenging, as they find it hard to focus on anything for more than a few seconds. But even if you find it hard, don't dismiss it. Concentration meditation can be a great warm-up for other types of meditation. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is a broad term that encompasses a range of different styles and techniques, including some concentration exercises. The main goal of mindfulness is to observe and become aware of our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. This means that instead of trying to control or change our experience, we simply observe it with curiosity and acceptance. This helps to create a gap between the stimulus of experience and our response to it, meaning we respond in a more deliberate way rather than reacting automatically. The four foundations of mindfulness, as it is usually thought, are mindfulness of the body, mindfulness of feelings and emotions, mindfulness of thoughts, and mindfulness of mental interpretations. Mindfulness is closely linked to the ancient Buddhist practice of vipassana or insight meditation. This framework is all about clearly seeing the true nature of things. We observe our thoughts and our emotions as they arise without any interpretation or judgment. And by doing this, we can see how they give rise to a lot of suffering. And once we do that, we can learn how to let them go and not get attached to them. Some popular mindfulness practices include mindfulness of the breath, the body scan, and noting and labeling techniques. Heartfulness meditation. Heartfulness practices are all about encouraging and generating experiences of compassion, kindness, and warmth, both towards ourselves and others. The most common example of this practice is loving kindness meditation. This practice requires us to harness some positive psychology and actively cultivate positive emotions like kindness and compassion. We can choose to sit with a deep sense of gratitude for life or joy for others, taking a few deep breaths while cultivating specific positive emotions. This is a very easygoing practice that doesn't demand too much from us. However, some people may struggle with this type of meditation, particularly if they are not used to being kind or loving towards themselves. If you think you might struggle with this type of practice, remember that this is a deeply personal practice that only needs to happen in your mind. Heartfulness practice can also teach us to talk to ourselves in a more productive and loving way. When our inner critic is silenced, we can feel a deeper connection to those around us and to life generally. We can also end up interacting with others in a more mindful, empathetic, patient, and compassionate way. Other popular heartfulness practices include appreciative joy, which invites you to feel happy for others, and Tonglen meditation, a Tibetan practice that helps us to feel empathy for others by imagining taking on their pain and suffering and giving them our happiness and joy. Inquiry meditation. Inquiry meditation delves into our sense of self, investigating the nature of our thoughts and emotions. This might involve asking ourselves specific questions or using certain phrases to help us explore particular aspects of our experience. We might use the phrase, "Who is experiencing this?" to explore the nature of our sense of self. Another possibility is to rest in the experience of I amness, the experience of a part of ourselves that never changes, one that is not attached to any specific thought or emotion. Another type of inquiry practice, this one is found in Korean Zen, is simply to ask the question, "What is this?" as a way of investigating the nature of our experience. This is a very open-ended question which we don't need to answer, but using these prompts can help us observe our experience more clearly. The main aim of inquiry meditation is not to find answers to the questions we ask, but rather to use them to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. By being curious about our experience and exploring them in a non-judgmental way, we can develop what is known as beginner's mind, an open and inquisitive attitude similar to that of a young child. Besides Zen, this approach to meditation is also practiced by teachers like Nisargadatta Maharaj, Ramana Maharshi, Jean Klein, and the contemporary teachers Adyashanti and Rupert Spira. Awareness meditation. Awareness-based meditation asks us to become aware of our awareness, rather than the content of our experience. This might sound like a confusing topic, but it's actually quite simple. It involves turning our attention away from the thoughts, emotions, and sensations that normally occupy our attention, and focusing instead on our awareness itself. When we start to meditate, we notice that our thoughts are constantly changing, but there is something that always remains the same, and that's the awareness itself. It is the part that is aware of our experience, but is not itself an experience. This type of practice is found in non-dual traditions such as Mahamudra, Dzogchen, and Advaita Vedanta. They are called non-dual as, upon inspection, one can notice that the nature of the mind is not divided into object-subject. Basically, there's no solid separate self to be found. And the instructions given in this type of practice are usually called pointing out instructions, as they invite you to get to know the nature of your mind directly. In these traditions, the emphasis is on resting in the awareness that is already present, rather than trying to achieve a particular state. This experience can feel deeply liberating and healing, as we are not confined by our thoughts and emotions anymore. A sense of connection with all of life can also emerge, and we can start to feel more at ease in the world. Embodiment meditation. Throughout most of our lives, we are caught up in our chaotic minds. Embodiment meditation seeks to take us away from this and connect us with the non-conceptual, felt sense of our experience. Instead of trying to develop meditation from the top-down approach using the thinking mind, this approach encourages us to work from the bottom up. And this starts with the physical sensations. Embodiment practices are all about connecting with the body and developing a more intimate relationship with it. They help us expand our sense of self rather than identifying solely with our thoughts and emotions. This kind of meditation can also be useful in helping to process and deal with certain tensions and traumas that the body may be holding. If you struggle to sit still or focus on the breath, this type of practice could be perfect for you. Because sometimes breath awareness meditation can cause some tension. As we are focusing on the breath, we have to ignore everything else that is happening. And doing that mentally can be exhausting. And this tension created by focusing just on the breath and ignoring the rest can lead to frustration and even judgmental thoughts towards ourselves. However, when we include the whole body, we can relax and be completely immersed in the experience more easily. We can also use the breath as an anchor to help us stay present. But in this case, we will notice the whole body breathing rather than just the breath coming and going through the nose. Many meditative styles encourage this approach, including Qigong, mindful yoga, Tai Chi, and somatic meditations. Two contemporary teachers that use the body in their practice are Judith Blackstone and Reggie Ray. We've now been through 6 popular types of meditation, each with their own unique methods and goals. But how can you choose the best one for you? Firstly, it's important to remain patient. Try each type of meditation individually and try to dedicate at least 2 weeks to each style and see which ones you like. You could also create a list and gradually work through it, ranking each style depending on experience. Of course, you don't have to limit yourself to just one type of meditation. You can always combine different types to find your meditation fit. For example, you could start with concentration meditation to still the mind. Then move on to mindfulness meditation to explore thoughts and emotions. Then you could end with an investigation into awareness through non-dual practices. The most important thing is to be patient and open-minded. Experiment and find what works best for you. And don't give up if you don't find the perfect fit right away. Meditation is a lifelong journey and there is always something new to learn. Our video on how to choose the right meditation style for you is a great place to kick off your journey for your meditation fit, so check it out. Now, before I go, I would like to ask you, what type of meditation have you been practicing? And have you found your meditation fit yet? Please let me know in the comments below. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to check the suggested videos for more great content on meditation, psychology, and how to live a more fulfilling life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.